Prince Harry has withdrawn a libel claim against the Mail on Sunday. Honestly, Harry, if you're worried about your reputation, you should be suing Meghan. The failed legal action is going to cost upwards of 300 grand, apparently. Where's he going to get that money? He's already exposed life with the royals. He's going to need to throw Meghan under the bus next and write another tell-all memoir about his life with her. She never lets me ask for directions. She leaves the toilet seat up. She makes me wear a Burger King crown during sex. Still, he's having a better time than his uncle, Prince Andrew, who's so worried about the Met Police opening a case against him, he's decided to wrap himself in a Palestinian flag and join Just Stop Oil to get them to leave him alone. They never go near those guys. Now, on to good news for fans of Islamic extremism. 2 of Britain's top terrorists are going to be released. Hey, at least they weren't sent to Rwanda. That would be cruel. And the boss of Fujitsu finally admitted some liability for the post office scandal and said that they'd contribute. Money's a bit tight though, so instead of compensation, the Fujitsu boss has agreed to ritually disembowel himself with a big sword. Actress Bella Ramsey wore this to the BAFTA Tea Party. Someone on Twitter described her as looking like Hitler if he graduated art school, which made me think, is it wise to cancel right-wing people from the arts? If Hitler had made it as an artist, we could have avoided a lot of unpleasantness. Donald Trump took a step closer to the presidency after winning the Iowa caucus. It'll be the first time we've seen someone with balls in the White House since Michelle Obama. Man, what exercise do I have to do to get a back like that? Back in Britain, Scotland's COVID inquiry was stumped by the fact that Nicola Sturgeon deleted her WhatsApps, denying us the opportunity to see the least arousing dick pics of all time. I'm kidding. She doesn't have one. Her replacement, Hamza Yusuf, was criticised for inviting Turkey's brutal leader, Erdogan, to Scotland. After all, Hamza spent the last months berating Israel for bombing Gaza, but Turkey has been bombing Kurds and committing human rights atrocities for years. A spokesman for Hamza explained, he only cares when Jews do it. People said it's a little reward for the Turkish president helping his family escape from Gaza. It's actually to help set up new heroin smuggling routes for his brother-in-law, who's just been arrested on suspicion of heroin dealing. It's a crime here, but in Scotland everyone does it. Reminds me of the time Hamza thought he was getting a round of applause at an SNP conference, but it was just delegates trying to find a vein. When Hamza criticised Scotland for not having enough brown, I thought he meant faces, not smack. The BBC came under fire as it was revealed that their star gladiator, Giant, took illegal steroids. Yes, we know he took steroids. Look at him. He's called Giant. He looks like the 1980s East German female Olympic team. He literally looks like he could be riding a tiger in a 1980s cartoon. He's got bigger shoulders than Michelle Obama. Here's a handy tip to tell if someone's on steroids. Do they look like they're on steroids? He does. But we should be glad Britain's still got some tough guys left. A NATO official warned that of all-out war with Russia within 20 years. A Russian invasion of Britain would be pretty easy, though. Just rip up your army ID card and float across the channel. If any Brit tried to stop it, they'd be accused of Russophobia and jailed for hate crimes. Speaking of which, Rishi's Rwanda bill passed this week, but he doesn't seem that keen on stopping the cross-channel migrants, as it's been revealed that 16,000 cross-channel migrants will be allowed to work in care homes. Rishi's saying, if you can get here, you can have a job. That's not going to put people off, or is it? Maybe the new government plan to dissuade migrants is you'll have to wipe old people's bums. Has anyone asked the old people if they want their bottoms dabbed by international outlaws, though? I'm not sure a former Janjaweed militant is going to be gentle enough with their piles. But this plan means the people smuggling gangs are essentially recruitment consultants working for the government right now. But good for those people smugglers. They've already proved to be the most efficient public sector contractors ever, maintaining high levels of service in a difficult operating environment. I wonder if they're any good at making accounting software for the post office.